Born with CP, Jessica Frew was silent for 17 years. While nonverbal, she'll be silenced no more. Imagine being confined to the confines of your mind. Jessica is silent no more. Mind over matter, she uses technology to talk. She made the choice to share her voice, now sharing an inclusive way for society to grow. This is The Jessie Show.
Welcome to The Jessie Show. I'm your host, Jessica Frew.
With special guest, Brennan Srisirikul.
An actor and founder of the Disabled Down Center. He is truly an inspiration.
Thank you.
Hi, how are you? Welcome to the show. I am so happy to have you on the show today. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Let's go back to the beginning. Brennan, can you please share the story of your birth?
Well, sure. So I have cerebral palsy, and I was born in Bangkok, Thailand. I was born at 28 weeks gestation, so I was born pretty early. I guess the doctors would classify my birth as pretty traumatic, and they gave me a 10% chance of living. And 31 years later, I'm still here. So I think that's about it. I spent quite a bit of time in the hospital. I ended up coming to the U.S. when I was, I think, about 18 months. About possibly. My dad is Chinese, but grew up in Thailand, and my mom is American.
Wow, that's interesting. I had cerebral palsy, and I basically died for 10 minutes at birth. Please describe your disability. How does it affect your everyday life?
I use a power wheelchair, and again, I have cerebral palsy. It affects my mobility, and some of my speech, and my mobility and my speech. Although I think my speech has gotten much better over the years. There was a point where I don't think people could understand me very well. But yeah, basically my mobility.
Yeah, I think you talk perfect. People just like to judge everything, don't worry about them.
Yeah, I suppose that's really true, right?
All that people have power over me for 17 years, so I didn't communicate with my computer during that period of my life.
That's wild. That's so long, but I'm glad that you realized how much power you do have, But it's totally understandable, I think, to feel like that based on the world that we live in, So I wouldn't get too down on yourself about that, but I'm glad you've seen your power since then. I think that's really awesome and takes a lot of guts. They talk about gutsy women, I guess.
Exactly.
And you're a perfect example of that.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
What truly inspired you to start your career in theater?
What inspired me to start a career in theater? I think probably like you in many ways. When I was younger, being disabled didn't feel very good. Like I said, based on the world that we live in, and even now, people don't see the power in people with disabilities, right? So I think what attracted me to theater was the thought of being someone else. So that's really why I think I was drawn to performing, is getting to try on different personalities and characters that weren't my own, because being myself didn't feel very comfortable. I didn't have like you, I didn't see that power, and I let people um, I didn't want them to see me, so again, trying on different characters felt better.
That is exactly how I felt.
I'm sure, and like for I think a lot of it too, um, I wanted to be recognized for having a talent. You know what I mean? Versus being um, just disabled. You know, but I realize now, like, I do want to be recognized for being disabled as well, because it is a huge part of who I am, and there's nothing
Yes.
wrong with being disabled, you know. And like I feel like Jessica, a lot of people like to say, oh, like my disability doesn't define me. I'm so much more than my disability. But like, what's wrong with being disabled? Like, I feel like when people say that, it's kind of negating, right? Negating being. You are so pumped right now. um, but like, yeah, like when people say that, it's like, what's wrong with being defined by a disability? You know, it does define everything that I do. And that's not a bad thing.
Oh my God, I can't stand people who say that about their disability.
Well, like I don't blame them. I don't want to come off sounding like I blame them at all, cause like I'm not them. But like I often think like, if you are saying that, then like what does that say about disability? And granted, like there have been periods of my life where I feel like I've kind of thought like that, but like we all grow, right? I think that's the point of living, is that we grow and change, and our ideas can change, and our relationship around disability can change too.
Me too, but we all should accept ourselves.
Yeah, I hear that, but I also, like I said, I think everybody's on their own journey, right? And
yeah,
I think life is really complicated and nuanced. You know, there's not. Yeah, it's just life's complicated.
Hell. Myself. Hell, it took me 17 years to accept myself.
I hear you on that, and I guess what you're trying to say is that we can only wish that upon people, right? That they get there. What I'm trying to say is that I think life is so complicated, so I'm gonna try not to judge anybody on that journey. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Do you face any challenges with being an actor with a disability on Broadway? If so, please share.
I had to laugh, Jessica, when you sent me this question. You're so sweet, but I have never been on Broadway. You're very kind to think I have, though. I think the challenges I face. I think I face a lot of the same challenges that a lot of people with disabilities do in this industry. How do I phrase this? I think it starts with people with power really seeing value in hiring disabled talent. You know, I think that's where it really starts.
What projects have you worked on?
Okay, another really kind question, because I have to be honest with you, Jessica. I have to be like fully transparent. I've been in the entertainment industry for a long time, but as far as booking things that are quote unquote commercial, or like, you know, not self-produced, not much. I gotta be real with you. I've mostly done like my own work. I gotta be frank with you. Like as far as booking work, I really haven't.
I know how you feel.
Well, I appreciate that. But I am proud of all my self-produced work. I toured around a solo concert for a while, and I've done a lot of my own short film work. I'm developing a web series that I wrote. Um, so yeah, I've done a lot of self-produced work. Um, like 99% of my resume is like my own work that I created.
Yeah, there is nothing wrong with that.
I agree, but I have to tell you, it's like taken me a long time to realize that and not feel like a wicked loser.
I feel like that sometimes because I have only worked on 2 projects in 2 years of being in the entertainment industry.
Well, that's I've honestly, I had my first audition for my first Broadway show when I was 15 years old, and I'm 31 now. And in between that time, I have to say, like, I haven't really worked on much. So, like, 2 projects in 2 years is good. But no, I totally can relate to that, because people ask you, like, oh, what have you worked on? And to say, like, oh, like, my own stuff can kind of feel like, not empowering when we signed up for this to be artistic, right? So, like, the number one way to, like, put your own artistic stamp on things is to do it yourself. Right?
Yeah,
I really commend you for doing this podcast and everything else you do, because I know it's not easy.
I just some nonverbal chick trying to make a difference.
I feel you, Jessica. But like I said, like, it can be hard, right? Like, to be going it on your own, and it can feel
Yeah.
like a really lonely path.
Yeah.
So I appreciate you being honest too, like, because to be honest, like, I used to, like, this sounds bad, but like when people would ask, like, oh, what have you been in? I used to totally, like, try to change the subject, do all that stuff, because I didn't want to admit, like, that I wasn't on Broadway, or like I hadn't been on a TV series, with even one line yet. You know what I mean?
I have with only 2 scenes in a TV series.
Girl, that's more than me. So, brother, you should be really proud of that, because Lord knows that's hard. That's really hard to even do just that.
Please tell us about the Disabled Down Center. What is it? What is its purpose?
Okay, so number 1, Disabled Down Center, the name comes from the Stage Direction Down Center. So we're putting disabled artists down in center in entertainment. We're spotlighting disabled talent with our allies, so that's where the name comes from. So we're not really center per se. There's been kind of confusion around that. And so we had our first annual benefit concert back on June 27th of this year at the Green Room 42, where we spotlit disabled performers in musical theater roles that had never been seen performed by disabled artists before, with some of our allies helping out. And off the back of the benefit concert, we're launching a training program starting in October, which will be a series of masterclasses and workshops with top-tier entertainment industry professionals, casting directors, speech language pathologists, hopefully some music directors, everybody in entertainment coming together to teach masterclasses and workshops. And the workshops and masterclasses will be on Zoom for free for both non-disabled allies and disabled performers together, because I really believe that inclusion is about everybody, and I'm really proud to make those masterclasses and workshops free, because I feel like money is also a barrier for people, because I really believe that performing arts training can be expensive. And, right now, especially in our world, it's expensive to just even survive. So yeah.
Oh, I have to say, you have made your mark.
Oh, Jessica, that means a lot to me. You're gonna make me cry. Because, like, this industry can be really difficult sometimes, and I'm feeling it right now. Um, I hope so, I really hope so.
Trust me, producers were at your door.
Oh, I don't know about that, Jessica, but that's also very, very nice of you. I appreciate that you have so much faith in me. Um, but yeah, we'll see,
You have big casting directors already involved with the Disabled Down Center.
Yeah, with our training program, we do. That's something I really wanted to give people access, to work with the top people. So far we have Marcy Phillips from ABC Casting, who's the vice president over there, and we also have Tara Rubin, who is the big Broadway casting director, doing our second masterclass in November. Our first one is on October 15th, and our second one is on November 5th. Yeah, they're awesome, and I'm really pleased, Jessica, to be able to give, especially given the fact that the masterclasses are virtual, to give people who are from the middle of nowhere, like an opportunity that they probably would never be able to get if they can't get to New York or LA or a big city.
Now how I can get involved.
Oh, okay. So anybody that wants to get involved can just simply go to www.disableddowncenter.com and all the information is there.
You're changing people's lives.
Well, I guess that's all I can hope for, Jessica. I hope so. It ain't easy out here in these streets.
Yeah. Okay, I think that is all. Thank you so much for coming on and talking to me. I enjoyed it. Have a great day.
Thanks so much, Jessica. You too. This has been really a great time, and I appreciate all your encouragement and support. And you keep doing you too. You're freaking awesome.